I don't know which one you're
Stand behind the camera. Right leg up or left leg down. Oh, yeah, right there. Perfect. Excellent. Beautiful.
Are we live?
We are now.
I'm burping.
Yeah, now. I mean, we're supposed to be. Whoa.
This Sunday. Ooh, it's tomorrow. Last episode of Last Man on Earth.
Santa Claus comes to Lebanon tomorrow.
Santa Claus comes to Lebanon tomorrow.
They just do. They light the tree and then he comes through on the fire truck.
My town is doing the tree tonight.
Hot damn tonight.
Tomorrow, I'm going to go out to Bethlehem to watch my
Wolfart?
brother-in-law play music and to visit Miss Wolfart.
It sounds made up. Here you go.
What are you talking about?
Thank you.
Just the way you were saying it
I
sounded
speak
like you were making
all broken because I words I have to download them before I can put them into a sentence.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Today's podcast brought to you by Moe's. Welcome to Moe's.
GoNintendo podcast, episode 642. The Thunderous podcast.
642.
No, he's relaxing. Let him
6, 4,
He
2,
has a
0.
thunderous rump.
go. Well, Brain, tell us about Thunderous, please.
Thunderous.
The Thunderous Among Us.
Oh boy. Well, there's two different forms, so which one do you want? Incarnate or Therian?
Pick one. Pick the best one.
In Therian form,
Yes, I know.
Thunderous is a large, blue, sleek, bipedal snake or dragon-like Pokemon. The horn on its head is now thicker and extends out more, while its ears become more pointy and pit
He
back.
rides a bicycle.
I'm a snake.
Thunderous's hair remains the same. The mustache now takes on a more raised snout.
What's the most difficult part about being you?
Mustache.
Mustache.
Definitely mustache.
Will you listen to this? You're going to love it.
Yeah.
The mustache now takes on a more raised snout and fanged maw-like appearance.
My maw.
With two curving wisps flowing back and past its ears. Its eyes
It's
remain
Kirby.
yellow.
Kirby's here. He does the podcast
Yeah, but it
with
sounded
us.
like a bell.
It did, but with larger irises which still lack visible pupils. Its chest remains broad
Hey.
and unchanged.
Hi, Kirby. It's
Hello,
Kirby.
sir.
While its navel is bejeweled with a blue gem.
You said-
Thunderous's arms have lost
Hello,
much of their
sir.
muscular bulk and are now slimmer.
I thought you said hello, son.
Oh, can I please do this? It has two paw-like hands.
This is what you do to me during the podcast.
Each covered, in a trailing cloud-like fluff with 3 claw-tipped fingers.
Cool.
Thunderous's purple lower half is much smaller than its upper body and consists of 2 hind legs and its tail.
2 hymens.
No, you only get 1, and that's negotiable. Its feet are elongated with 3 downward curved toes and claws. Thunderous's tail also remains largely unchanged, although it is thicker at the base. Like me, and tapers off and becomes thinner toward the tip. Thunderous can shoot thunderbolts from its tail. It's number
642.
642. It is an electric flying type, and in the form I discussed with you, its ability is Volt Absorb, and
Its ability is to
they're
absorb.
all male. And they're almost 10 feet tall, 4 pounds.
That's lovely.
Now you know. Okay.
They're skinny. Well,
Yeah.
They're
Right.
They're bipedals, bipedals.
Bipedals.
Okay.
They cycle everywhere.
So now you
Okay.
know.
They get around by pedaling.
Like the poor Petals the bear.
Hello to It's a Trap
Hi,
and the
the bear
Aloe
that walks
Wolf
on its hind
and
legs.
Too Bad and Blake and Swedish Galaxy and Link
I think
1234
someone shot him.
and
He was,
Liquid
living in a
Metal
neighborhood.
Local.
He was- yeah.
and Boywick and Cercer and Rachel and Sun Goku 420 and Dario and whoever else I didn't see. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. So
Tell us how much you appreciate it.
I appreciate it a lot. Oh yes. Okay.
You got 2 news stories that are essentially the same news story here.
Well, boy.
Are they
Top
about,
news
are they
stories.
about Mega Man?
Yes, and did you realize that they use the order in which they speak is different. One is the 30th anniversary for Mega Man, and one is the Mega Man 30th anniversary.
Did I write both the posts? I mean, it's definitely possible.
Oh no. What do I know?
All right. So we have something.
Rummy Cowboy, Cupcam hosting 30. See, everything's backwards about this post. 30th anniversary Mega Man live stream event, and Nintendo retweets Mega Man 30th anniversary live stream event. So,
well, no, those are two. They're different. Yes, there's an important distinction there. All right. This is related to last week's podcast.
It didn't load.
Let me play you something.
We didn't record it.
Music time. I got music. You want to hear it?
Like
that's my new theme song for the music section. It's really well thought out. I got music. You want to hear it? We record this? I think we should. I think it was recorded. All right, this one. Close enough. Thank you, Viva. Oh. Okay. This first one comes from Silverstone Thunder.
How did you do so poorly and all of a sudden you nailed it?
There you go. So I got that from Popple, who runs Retro GM Pod on Twitter. And he says, hey there, Armsy. I was listening to the latest podcast, and a discussion around the music into intro origin got me curious. Seeing as I am Mr. Retro GM Pod myself, I figured I would have a good opportunity to investigate. Well, I determined that the audio comes from episode 291's music section.
Oh, so not very long ago.
Attached to this email is the full unedited section where the sound bite comes from. And it was created by Armored Frog. So there's the whole mystery solved.
So it all happened in one shot.
Yes.
I'm so glad he found
But Armored Frog edited it together. So.
Right. He recut it.
Yeah, there's
he's out of context.
Hello, Burn and Cheese. Burn and Cheese says Mom Brain just teabagged that dish real good.
I did.
So there you go. Now we got all the breakdown, all the information. Hello, Boy Meets Nintendo and Jumpman. Now that mystery solved. We don't have to wonder about that anymore. Yeah, it just happened episode 291. That was just a couple months ago. All right, so we got a whole bunch of things to talk about for this show. But first off, I want to give a big thank you.
No, you don't have to thank me.
Okay. Moving on. Another thank you to the wonderful Austin of Eggbusters fame. So Austin.
What do they call that?
What?
What do they call Eggbusters?
Oh, well, I think you called it Eggmasters.
Eggmasters?
That's the next season. Tonight on Eggmasters.
Is then Austin renamed like 1 week or something, didn't he?
There was that time when I saved Eggbusters. If you'll remember. The previous season only happened because of me.
Did it?
If you gotta go back and watch, yeah. I'm serious. I'll just show you the video.
Well, when he was like getting sued for changing the name to That's My Boy or something.
I forget what it was, but yes, there was a movie that had the same name, and he was going to get sued. He was going to have to
15 years ago.
Close down Eggbusters, but I swooped in and saved the day.
That's right.
So I reached out to Austin a few weeks ago to talk about potentially doing a review for us because I'm swamped with reviews, and I had 2 more opportunities for reviews come in, and I was like, all right, I can do one. I can't handle both. I'm too busy. So I said, hey, Austin, can you do a review for me? And he said, yes, I would love to. He did a review of Resident Evil Revelations 2, and I did a review of Resident Evil Revelations, both of which are available on the Switch as of this week. So both videos are on my YouTube channel because that's where he wanted his. I said, can I put it on mine? And he said, yeah, I don't want it on mine. So I said, all right. So you can watch both of those video reviews, and obviously I have a very different style. Hello, Puppet Master. I have a very different style from Austin.
Did Austin give a letter or a number rating?
No.
Oh, I'm not reading or watching any of it.
I'm not reading any of it. So This brings me to a point I'd like to discuss, and it's been an interesting time watching everyone's reaction to Austin. So, between Austin's audience and my audience, there is some overlap, but I guess there is a larger not overlap. So, people are very unfamiliar with the style in which he does his videos, which...
Lens cap on.
That's right. It's a certain kind of humor. I don't know what to call it. I guess if I'm going to go very blanket, basic terms, I'd go like, there's a little bit of like Tim and Eric and Steve Brule sprinkle in there. It's a laid back style. I don't know. It's very hard to explain what it is, but I love it. Like, I can't get enough of his videos, which is why I reached out to him, because I love his work. So he did his video review, and unfortunately, a good amount of people thought he didn't care about the game that he was playing and didn't care about the review, and was just like unenthused and not interested.
Well, that's how he talks, though, right?
That's like his thing.
Yes.
And I guess it's my fault for not explaining it to people, but I also thought, I guess I expected more from the people that were watching to pick up on it being like
humorous.
Yeah, not him being like, I don't care about this at all. Yeah. Because I honestly God, I have watched his review like 5 times because I love his review.
How long is it?
9 minutes, I think.
9 hours.
Gosh.
9 hours, yes.
This guy spent nearly an hour watching it, and I can't even get him on the phone for 1 minute.
Well, I have 2 monitors on my desktop.
So you're watching it while working?
Yeah.
I've heard it's not possible to multitask like that.
Oh, it is. I watch SmackDown while I'm working too. So yeah, if you watched the review and you were like, this guy is a jerk, he doesn't care about this at all, that's definitely not the case. He just has a different style. And we were talking about this, and he was saying maybe he should do things a bit differently if he's going to do another review for us. And I told him, no, I don't want him to. But, it's his choice. If he wants to come across a little more enthusiastic or serious or something, he's going to be like way over the top.
I hope so, yeah.
I mean, is that like how he sounds when you guys are just chatting on the phone?
Well, I don't talk to him with voice.
Oh, okay.
But I talk to him.
You don't Skype?
I talk to him often.
He
I will tell you.
AOL instant messaging.
ICQ. I will tell you, like, our conversations, his personality comes through in the conversations, or I'm applying his video personality to the conversations. But either way, like, I love Austin's work. I absolutely love it. He's one of my favorite YouTube channels and one of my favorite people on YouTube. It's just, I guess, I recognize that his humor isn't for everyone. It's hard to find a humor that is for everyone, but his is a little more
weird, like us.
Subversive.
Yeah, he's no Jimmy Fallon.
That's right.
And thank goodness for that.
Well, yes, if you haven't watched
He's
his
no
review,
Norm Macdonald.
Hello, Barry. Hello, Robert.
Were you here for the joke? You weren't here for the joke.
Which one?
Oh, man. It was like the greatest joke ever told.
I think you... No. He saw it,
The
because
video?
we watched it with Kyle.
We watched a couple of his...
No, it was the one about...
the moth?
The moral.
The moral of
yes.
the story.
Yes, oh, yeah.
And Uncle Terry.
So, yeah, if you haven't watched Austin's review, please go on our YouTube channel and check it out. If you're watching the podcast right now, you can go on the YouTube channel. You're right there already. And go watch this review. Hello, I'm an effing T-Rex. Because I really love it. But I'd be interested to hear what you think if you haven't watched it. And also, like I said, it's my fault for not properly introducing my audience to Austin's style.
You know
so
what they
I
say
take
when
the
You should
blame.
apologize about anything. You've showcased his content more than once.
I have, but not since the YouTube push. Like, now we have all these new people, and they are
It's
unfamiliar.
your fault. Everything's your fault.
Well, I take the blame, yeah, definitely, because I didn't even think anything of it. I was just like, boy, I can't wait to get this review up there. It's going to be awesome. And this is how bad it was. I know Austin's probably listening to this, and he already knows these details, but I feel terrible talking about them. But I got to talk about it. It was some of the reception was so bad that people were commenting on my review, telling me about his review. And I'm like, all right, guys, like, I get it. I get it.
You know what? His humor is for intelligent people.
No, don't talk like that. That's like something you'd find on what's that subreddit?
I'm very smart.
I'm very
Or
smart.
gatekeeping.
Yeah. Gatekeeping. That's it.
I know. I'm just.
Me, an intellectual.
I wouldn't say like very smart. It's just different. It's different. It's
People,
not going
how
to be
about
for
this?
everybody.
His
The
humor
problem
is for people who have open minds
Sure.
and practice loving kindness.
the problem is like if you're unfamiliar with his style, I go into it knowing it's a bit of a satire, and other people who are not familiar with him go
I
into it
think
and
that asshole's funny as hell.
think he's going into it like all out serious, which is not that he's not serious, but you get what I'm saying. So just watch the review. I really like it. Hello, Tony. Nice to see you. And also you can watch my review as well. And like I said, I have a very different style for reviews. I grab the footage and I'm off the cuff. I write down a couple notes, but nothing major. I just get so tired of like the scripted reviews. Like
your guy that does the food from the dollar store.
that's not scripted.
No. He's got
Just
some
like
talent.
there's nothing wrong with it, but just like your average IGN review or something like that. I just get tired of it.
So it's a urinal potty to teach boys how to pee standing up.
Do you need one?
Hello,
of those?
Dylan.
I mean, don't we all?
Yes, someone
So,
does, because every time I clean my toilet, one of y'all has pissed like down the front or down the side or on
Listen,
the floor.
we already
I
figured out
actually
who
think
it
it's
is.
Ramid's dad.
Yeah,
Uh,
he's got an old penis. It dribbles out the front. He can't help it.
Someone is pissing like not in the toilet.
Someone's pissing you off.
Yeah, and then like the wall next to the toilet, I gotta wipe down with an antibacterial wipe like
Wait,
every
it's on
other
the
day.
wall?
So
Yes, there's piss on the wall.
Listen, when you have
a
to
stream
wipe,
or the spray?
there's no
Because
toilet paper.
spray is like that happens, unfortunately.
You will dip the tip into the water, and I don't piss everywhere.
Hey,
you sit
you
down.
can't pin it on me. I've been going in the bathtub.
Down the drain hole.
All right,
I actually, I mean, I'm not even here ever. So,
let's do some Nintendo news.
and
Guys, did you know what the best
I clean up nice when I'm done.
selling
Thank you.
item?
Your mother taught you well.
Did you know what the best selling item on Black Friday was?
Do you ever dab?
Switch.
Wait, I mean a Switch.
Yep,
Oh,
wait.
wait.
was it the
I'm
way?
sorry, I'm
The
doing
Wii, believe it or
I'm
not.
doing music.
It was the Switch, yes, according
What a
to
switch.
Adobe Digital Insights, who tracked all sorts of retail data for Black Friday. The Switch came out #1. Now let's play, not NPD, NPD. Can anybody tell me numbers 2 through 5? The most popular products. These are products in general, not tech products, just products.
4K TV screens?
No.
Okay. Like
What are those grabby things? What are the things you have to get for to look at? Keep
Oh,
up on?
fingerlings.
Fingerling.
No.
fidget
Really?
spinners.
No.
Hoverboards.
No. Okay.
We
we'll
are
st-
behind.
We'll start with hints. All right. These were very big last holiday, and they're big
Hatchimals?
again. Yes, Hatchimals, and collectibles. Okay, I don't know what this is. I think it's a cartoon.
Sorry again.
I don't know what this is. I think it's a cartoon. I think it's like an animal. It's
They're
initials.
They're all about animals.
PJ Sparkles.
PJ Masks.
PJ Masks.
Oh, PJ Masks is a
Very popular
Netflix show.
Oh, there you go.
No, I don't think it's Netflix.
No?
It's a kid's show.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
Nickelodeon
watched
or
it.
something.
Zoe was here. We watched
It's
it.
Hello, Roth.
little kids, right? And they put on their superheroes.
They put on their PJ
It's
Masks.
their PJs and they're superheroes.
#4, Google product.
Home.
No, good guess.
Chromebook.
What is that?
Close.
Chromecast.
Yes, Chromecast.
Is that even good? Like, I bought one and it's been garbage.
#5.
Oh gosh, we're about to.
We've
5,
been joking about it for a
4,
long time.
3,
Roku.
2.
Yes, Roku.
One.
Very good. There's your top 5.
Just
But
one.
yes,
I thought
headlined by the
something
Switch. Also, later on, what
Hold
happened
on,
was.
hold on. Roku?
No. Not hold on. You were counting down a watch.
Roku.
Yeah, Roku.
Are those better than other ones?
That's subjective. I love my Fire TV, so.
Okay. I've been thinking about Fire TV, and then I was thinking, I don't know if it's even going to be worth it to switch over all my stuff if net neutrality gets eliminated.
It's going. to
Don't
eliminate it.
get eliminated.
We are.
I mean, like,
effed.
that's not going to happen instantly. I would not base your future streaming purchases on that.
My cable plan is up in January, I think, or like January is the last month. So I would have to switch things over by then.
Hello, Stardust.
But like, if everything is wireless based, then I'm going to end up paying even more just to have streaming video apps or whatever. If I do PlayStation,
I understand what you're saying. But yes, I like my Fire. I've heard good things about Roku.
Dorothy has a Roku, and I use it with like the kids, and it's fun.
Also, on Cyber Monday, the Switch was the top item. So, and
ASL.
It was the top item on Thanksgiving as well, before Black Friday really started, but, you know, early Black Friday. So pretty much every major shopping day, the Switch has been #1. And I want to point this out again. There were no special deals on the Switch. It was just the regular Switch itself. There might have been deals on, like, cheaper games, but you were paying $300 for the Switch no matter what. Steel Diver says, why spend money when you can play Tetris for free at Tetris.com?
There we go.
That's great. Also, super angry that Xenoblade Special Edition doesn't come with a normal case requiring me to buy 2. I'm sorry, sir. But yes, if you're angry, just go to Tetris.com to play Tetris for free. So as of, when was this? November 27th. So a few days ago. Sensor Tower put out data for Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And they said within the games, or nah, we don't need to say that. Yeah, within the first 6 days, the game managed to move 15 million units. And that's just, that's App Store and Google Play. So earlier in the week, there were at least 15 million players of Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. And Mom Brain, I believe you're one of them, right?
What? Playing?
Great.
Good talking. I'm doing music. I know you're talking about Pocket Camp, but
what are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like wet in there.
Yeah, I got out of the tub.
Oh, I thought it was glitter.
No, it's water.
Yeah, so here's my thing. What, did you have more to say about it?
No, go ahead.
On the Apple App Store? The Apple App Store?
Yes, I've heard of it.
The top free games or apps, Animal Crossing Pocket Camp is at 18.
Okay.
The highest grossing apps, it's at 87.
Okay.
I feel a little underwhelmed. It feels a little underwhelming to me.
Okay.
Especially, I mean, it was at the top game for quite a while, and then I don't know if it was Cyber Monday, either Black Friday or Cyber Monday pushed it, and then everyone was downloading YouTube, probably looking up video reviews on games on GoNintendo.
Oh yeah, and, definitely. Animal Crossing's number 4.
On what?
Top charts, free. That's why I looked it up.
That's weird because I go to free.
What is that? You haven't updated your phone. Your thing's all weird.
And that's going to change the numbers? That's stupid.
Yeah, you're not getting this. It doesn't send the same refresh data to yours. Yeah,
Why?
You're an old school.
Because
you got the old iOS.
It's the same information. I don't care where I'm getting it from. If I watch it on the TV or I get it on the radio, it's the same information.
They don't care about you anymore. Yeah. I'm sorry.
All right, well, what's the top grossing?
Yeah, that's why I looked it up, because last time I looked, it was number 2. So I was like, man, that's a big drop. I'm glad I looked. That's top paid. I don't know where top grossing is in this list.
Uh-oh.
I'll have to look at it later.
Hearthstone is...
I want to know. Yeah, because I heard top grossing, it was number 9. That's the last I heard. So anyway, Animal Crossing.
Whatever.
Yeah. Hello, Red Dragon.
Don't listen to me. I've got
also we'll throw this in there.
Old information on it because I'm good.
Old information on the old firmware.
I need iOS 11.4.
It's funny, and every time I get new emails, they're all dated to 2 months ago.
Joey says, watching while pooping. Thanks, Joey. Hi, Jack.
Are you pooping while watching or watching while pooping?
Hi, Jack.
Which is it?
We're not going to do that. All right, so this is kind of a sad story.
Nikki Hill's phone is outdated. What else am I missing out on?
I imagine like all the news going into your phone being like months old.
Did you guys hear that Donald Trump was?
Did you guys hear about Weinstein? That's terrible. All right, so there's a Pokemon Go study by 2 Purdue professors, and they were looking at accident reports in Tippecanoe County, Indiana. So they were looking at accident reports before Pokemon Go came out and after Pokemon Go came out.
Where is this on your top stories? There.
It's in top
Oh,
stories.
you skipped a bunch.
I skipped one.
Tippecanoe? Everybody there is.
Oh, I skipped. Well, I talked about the Resident Evil stuff
There is
already.
wet behind ear.
So they noticed there was a huge uptick in accident reports after Pokemon Go came out. And unfortunately, there were lots of just reports in general, accidents that involved damage to cars, people getting injured, and even deaths. There was an uptick in deaths due to people playing Pokemon Go. So they were playing and not paying attention. And it's sad, and I know it's hard for the internet to show compassion because everybody's just like, these people are dumb. They got what they deserve. Darwin Awards, you know, all that common. Yes, I agree that people should have been paying more attention, but they were playing a game. Maybe they were with friends. They got caught up in it, and they lost track. You know, it's unfortunate that they were killed.
Like, no, like there are very, very, I mean, I might even venture to say no one deserves to die, but there is a very, very, very small population of people that really deserve to die.
Hello, Bristlefoot. Well, see,
so
I
saying
think
like Darwin Award, they were dumb is like saying they deserve to die. That's not really.
that's what I'm saying. People are saying.
Yeah, that's
yes.
not okay.
Ninty Rift says, even with all the stuff Niantic does to prevent people from using it while driving, people are still going to be stupid. Too bad there's not an app to prevent that.
What do they do to prevent it? The same thing that like Waze does. Like, don't use this. Are you a driver or a passenger? Well, I'm a passenger.
Yeah.
It probably says like be careful of your
There's only so
surroundings.
much the app can do. Yeah.
Exactly.
Whoa.
That's right.
We finally got confirmation this week. It's real. It went from rumor, and was it a rumor I got a lot of crap about. People were like, this is so obviously fake. How can you post this? And I was like, God damn it. I did research. I went to cereal blogs that are talking about it, and it's real, damn it. I really did. Super Mario cereal is on the way. It is a United States exclusive. It will be out this month. And yes, the box has amiibo functionality. So apparently, it seems like there might be 2 different boxes. So there's going to be a slip cover box, and that will be the Super Mario cereal amiibo box. And what you do is you hold your Joy-Con up to the box, like the corner where the amiibo logo is, and it acts as an amiibo, which is pretty cool. So that'll work with any game that does amiibo. So you can use it in Super Mario Odyssey, you know, because that's kind of
slip cover, like what they put over
couches,
dirty mags.
Yes, the black border.
People be like, why are they selling Playboy cereal in the cereal section?
Playboy cereal.
I mean, is it going to show Mario on this so-called slip cover, or is it going to be blacked out so they can't see?
No, he's going to be So yeah, obviously this is going to be a big collector's item.
One important thing you didn't say: it is a cold.
I didn't finish talking about it yet.
It's a cold cereal, not a hot cereal. It says it here in the SKU.
That's right. I did not say that. This is a cold cereal. It's
You heard it here, folks.
Mixed berry cereal with marshmallows, and it has question mark block and 1-up mushrooms and, you know, regular mushrooms and oat pieces.
Regular mushrooms.
Regular Mario mushrooms.
What are like the regular mushrooms called? There's like shiitake,
mushrooms.
There's portobello.
Portobello.
What are like the regular like button top mushrooms?
Yeah, I would have said button.
Yeah. Just those in there. It's raw.
I'm sorry, that's what Mario would like, is regular raw mushrooms. So yeah, it is the real deal, and you will be able to get it soon. Like I said, only the United States. I'm sorry, everywhere else. You're going to have to import it or pay ridiculous prices on third-party reseller websites.
So that's crazy.
Best of luck.
So Kellogg's is putting out a Super Mario cereal, and I think what is it? Post?
Mario, he's a cereal. Wow.
Is it Post that's currently doing the Switch giveaway thing?
Yeah.
So Mario's face is going to be on. He's going to be all over that cereal aisle.
Yeah, but somebody's been doing Super Mario fruit snacks for a long time now. I think that's Kellogg's.
Okay, so he's going to be in the fruit snack section.
He's going to be everywhere, baby. He's everywhere. Hawk has a top-rated comment. He says, for a minute, I thought the cereal was supposed to do something when you put an amiibo on that box. No. Other way around. You put a Joy-Con there because it acts as an amiibo.
And this one store is selling it for huge discounts.
What store?
I don't know. In Southgate, Southgate, California. $2.99.
Is that low for a cereal price?
Well, everything else it says $3.14, $3.17, $3.12.
I mean,
$2.99.
it's not that big of a difference. Every penny matters when you're a family.
Mr. When got to pay the bills.
No, you're talking about cereal. It's like 15-cent difference.
Well, why do they give coupons? Coupons are a big deal. Coupons can save you hundreds.
I've seen TV shows about those coupons. People do a lot with them.
Great couponers. What's it called?
Great couponers. That's what it's called. Yeah. Nintendo is, according to Toyo Kaizai Online, which I've never heard of and you've never heard of, but I looked up information about it. It's one of the top 3 leading business magazines in Japan. Very respectable over there. So they put out their list of the 500 richest companies in Japan, and all the way at the top at number 1 is Nintendo, believe it or not. Nintendo is number 1, baby, because they have 946 billion yen in net reserves. So next time somebody says to you, Nintendo's doomed, Nintendo's going to die, you just point them right to this article, and then you punch them in the dick. And if they don't have a dick, you punch them where the dick would be. The closest competitor on the list.
Where would a dick be on me?
Wherever you want.
Oh.
Where you want it.
In the crotch area.
I want it like on a butt cheek.
Okay. One butt cheek. All right. Might make it hard to sit down. It's a joke. It's a joke. Hard like a penis.
That hurt.
Hurt your penis?
My arm. Everything's sore right now.
The closest competitor, at least for Nintendo, is Sony, and they appear at number 4 on the list. And again, I have to point this out. Sony makes a lot of things, and Nintendo makes video games. The end. Well, they do merchandising stuff, but yeah, Sony has a bit more of a reach than Nintendo.
Nintendo, this stupid GoNintendo page on my phone. In reserves.
Yeah.
So they have almost $1 trillion. Yen.
It's 5 American dollars. Javer says, they must be mistaken because the internet has been telling me for over a decade that Nintendo is on the verge of bankruptcy and that they need to go third party. And the internet is never wrong. There you go. There you go right there. Like I said, bookmark that one, and next time your loser friends or your loser parents, when your parents are like, Nintendo's going to fail.
Or when your father sends you a text that says Vanna White's leaving.
Yeah, what the hell is this? What?
I get last night a text from my mother.
Well, she's been doing it for like 40 years.
My mom sends me a text and she says, hey, did you know Vanna White is leaving Wheel of Fortune? And I texted back, says who? And my mom texts back, internet blabber. Dad is so on it.
So she says to me, hey, is Vanna White leaving Wheel of Fortune? And I go, what the hell are you talking about? She goes, that's what my mom says. So, it took me all of 5 seconds to do research. And I said, no, there's an article right here, an interview with her like a month ago where she says she's signed a contract for 3 more years at least. But that wasn't the first link on my search. The first link was a Snopes article about that saying it's not true.
So then I emailed them the article and said, I call fake news. And my mom says, okay. And my dad says, think you got me. Saw it and jumped. And I said, well, you nearly caused panic over here. And my father said, that's how I roll. LOL.
I mean, it would be panic in the sense that I would be surprised. But if I'm going to be honest, I don't really care about Vanna.
Okay. I mean,
like, I don't feel
like she's not essential to the show.
She doesn't have
she
like
turns letters.
Yeah, her personality. Yeah, she touches letters.
I don't even think she does do anything.
Hello, Nader Die.
When she's in the area, there's somebody in the back pushing buttons.
Like, if they said Pat Sajak is leaving, then I'd be like, oh, no, that's terrible. Who's going to replace him? I don't even want to think about that. And I also heard something really interesting now with Matt Lauer, you know, being out of a job. I heard he was being pegged as the one to replace Trebek when Trebek leaves Jeopardy. So that's not happening anymore.
Well, maybe. Trebek's a dick, so.
Yeah, right.
Honestly, now that we're talking about this,
Vanna White should replace Trebek.
I'm a little surprised Pat Sajak hasn't gotten pinned for something.
What? Why?
No, he's cocky. He's rubbing up on people.
What are you talking about? All right. There
was a while back where I remember watching Wheel of Fortune with you. That's the name of the show. And we were being like, man, this guy's a dick. And
he's sarcastic in his humor.
There's definitely been things that he said that were very rude. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some locker room humor in there.
I may not agree with Pat Sajak's political views, but as far as a person, I think he's a stand-up guy. Now, have I met him? No. But he just seems like a nice man.
My relationship with him on Twitter.
Seems like a nice man.
And at 7:30 on television, 7:30, right?
Nader Dye says, I heard Pat Sajak did something, but I can't remember what. Well, I'm sure he did do something.
You don't say, Jack.
Yeah, he literally doesn't say, Jack. I get it. Man, I don't know who I would pick to replace Trebek. If you're going with like Trebek, then they have to be a jerk. Yeah, I don't know who's a jerk that I would put on.
So they have to be a jerk if they're replacing Alex.
Well, I mean, if you're going to replace him in the same style, yeah. But if you're just going to pick a replacement, I don't know who either.
What if every game show that like we had growing up and everything that's been around for decades, got the host to replace it all came from the Drew Carey show. There's Drew Carey on Price is Right.
I mean, Craig Ferguson. I'll take him on anything.
Ferguson.
Oh my God, I love
Ryan Stiles. I don't know. Diedrich Badger. What's his name?
Oh,
Batman, the voice of Batman?
I thought it was Bader.
Bader.
Is he the voice of Batman?
No.
Who's the voice of Batman?
That's
Wait, which Batman are you talking about?
Arnett.
No. What's his face was the voice of Batman and something. The other guy on the show, like at one time in a cartoon.
Oh, maybe that was him.
It was like
Batman the Brave and the Bold.
I think so.
I think that was him.
Yeah.
Everybody's Batman. Everybody's got to be Batman.
Everyone's
actually Will Arnett can take over for.
Wait, actually,
he could be a jerk.
That's who should replace Alex Trebek. Batman.
Rachel says, "Wheel before Jeopardy for life." Now, if you're talking about, hold on.
This is Rachel.
If you're talking about,
this is an ongoing situation.
If you're talking about the better show, yes. If you're talking about what airs first, no. Jeopardy first, Wheel of Fortune second, you animal.
Being reversed.
All right, let's talk about Mega Man Legacy Collection, which is available on the 3DS and has been for quite some time. Well, we found out something really interesting about the game. Turns out every single copy of the game has a glitch, no matter when you bought it.
Which game?
Mega Man Legacy Collection has a glitch. Every single copy. And the developer, which was Digital Eclipse, that was the company that handled the ports, one of their guys couldn't figure out how to stop this glitch. So he says the glitch was a sound bug that they couldn't figure out how to take care of. And what the sound bug would cause was the first sound in the game would be garbled or not play properly. So no matter what you were doing, the first sound would screw up, and they couldn't fix it. And he's like, we can't do this. Like it screws up the audio. So they were trying to figure out how to fix it, and they couldn't find anything. And then the guy's like, I have a great idea. When you start the game plays an audio clip, but that audio clip is silence. The bug out of the way, and then everything else plays the same. So the bug is still there, and he covered it up with an audio clip of silence, which is really great. So he says that's in every single copy that's out there, and he's just letting the secret out there now. I'm sure Capcom doesn't know about it, or didn't know about it, because they probably complained. But the game released, and they had no idea. So It's kind of like the guys, the developers of Sonic 3D Blast. Is that what it's called?
Oh,
yeah. They had something with the game or they had some glitches and they didn't have time to fix the glitches. And obviously it couldn't pass through Sega certifications. And that would cause delay issues, and then the developer would get in trouble, and a whole bunch of money would be lost and stuff like that. So they were very worried about getting the game out on time. So one of their developers had a really interesting idea. When the glitches would happen, instead of the glitch playing out how it would in a game, whatever, like a incorrect sprite or the game locks up or something like that, these glitches that they knew about would trigger a level select screen. So you'd have a glitch that would randomly pop up and the game would go, congratulations, you've accessed the level select, and it would give you a level select screen. So that passed through Sega because never noticed anything. And years later, people found out about this because someone was like, look at this weird thing that happens with Sonic 3D Blast. Somebody would take the cartridge and like jostle it, and that screwed up the game. And when they did that, it'd say, congratulations, you found the level select. So the guy went on YouTube and he's like, let me explain how this all came about.
So basically, and it would actually let you select another.
Yeah.
So it was like
great.
It was like you found a secret, but you never found any secret.
Yeah, it was basically their way of making sure games got through testing without coming back with errors. Like they said, like, we know the game plays fine. Every once in a while, one of these things comes up. We either don't have the time to fix it, or we don't know what's causing the glitch. So we just know when it triggers, we can swap it out for this. So that's where we can make it activate this.
You can select levels. I mean, it's not like a linear story, but you can select levels farther ahead.
Yeah. It's a regular level select, yes. First comment comes from Dominator101, and he says, haha, as a programmer, I always appreciate fixes like this. I mean, I know I've done stuff like that before. Yeah, just imagine how many of those things are going on in like the apps that we use and all that stuff that us regular people have no idea.
Excuse me.
Rolf says, he says, Rob Paulson, Kevin Conroy, and the voice of Wolverine are coming together for a parody tune show, Robot Chicken style.
Robert Paulson. His name is Robert Paulson.
Hello, Mr. Paulson. Yeah, why? All right, so as Nikki Hill was saying, there's been some talk about Mega Man this week. On December 4th, Capcom is airing.
That's in 2 days. That's Monday.
Yeah, I know. At California time, 11 a.m. They're airing their 30th anniversary live stream. It's a 30th anniversary for Mega Man, believe it or not. 30 years of the Blue Bomber. And Capcom says, celebrate the Blue Bomber's big 30th with us. Watch live on December 4th. You won't want to miss it. So everybody's like, yeah. Regular old Capcom. They're like, hey, Mega Man fans, watch this thing. Here's a compilation game that you're getting. Everyone's like, can we have a new Mega Man game? The last new true Mega Man game, which many consider to be Mega Man 10, came out in 2010. So it's been almost 8 years since we've had a new, real, traditional Mega Man game.
And that was after a lot of internet pushing and like...
Well, no, it was Mega Man 9 was a success, and then 10 quickly came out after that, actually.
And was that like... I mean, it was all like... Was it not necessarily fan-based, but I feel like, I don't know. People like Capcom, but not the people who were originally involved in Mega Man.
It was Inti Creates. No, it's someone Capcom works with frequently. Okay. They worked on other Mega Man games. Inti Creates did the Zero series and the ZX games and stuff like that.
But what's his face wasn't involved.
Inafune.
Was he? I'm not sure. Right?
I don't know. That's a good question.
He may have gotten like a consultant.
And now Inti Creates is like, all right, Capcom, you're not going to do Mega Man. We'll do Azure Striker Gunvolt. And they're doing their own thing. But yes, so this news came out and everybody's like, it's Capcom. Don't know what to expect. But...
Wait, that is Inafune, isn't it?
What? Inafune's not at Inti Creates. He was involved with the first Azure Striker Gunvolt a little bit, and since then, no.
Oh, okay.
Did they call him Azure Striker because it sounds like Blue Bomber? Okay, that's what I thought.
Yes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so
Mega Man.
Capcom puts this thing out, this tweet, and everybody's like, yeah, whatever. We don't believe you. Hello, J2 Blue. And then
J2 Blue, don't interrupt him. He's trying to get through this news story.
Then later on, Nintendo retweeted this information, so now we know something's going on Nintendo related. Their official Twitter account retweeted it. So there's 100% something going on with Nintendo. No questions asked. And then on top of that,
compilation coming out on the Switch.
right.
So it's
Sony's
compilation coming out on the
Don't interrupt me. I'm trying to do this story.
on the Wii.
Sony also tweeted out stuff on their social media account and sent out some special packages to people as well with like the anniversary or the Legacy Collection and stuff like that. So something is going on. Is it going to be a new Mega Man game? I do not know. Is it going to be another compilation? It could be because they haven't compiled the X games, so we could get Mega Man X 1 through whatever, however many there have been, 9, 8, I don't know. Which would, in my opinion, be a real downer because I don't want another compilation. I want a new Mega Man game. And the one thing we have to hope for when it comes to a new Mega Man game is the fact that a new Mega Man cartoon is coming out. I think it's Cartoon Network, if I remember correctly, and it's a big deal for them. So we might get a new Mega Man game that ties into this cartoon. Now, is it going to be a classic-style Mega Man that looks like the cartoon, or is it going to be like, this is a cartoon based off the show, and people are going to be like, I don't want this.
It's going to be like another Battle Network game.
They could. I've also heard rumors of a Battle Network compilation or something like
What
that.
if it was like
Hi, Rocket.
a fighting game like
Hello, Red
Smash
Pill.
Brothers, but it was all Mega Man enemies and stuff like that?
I'll take it. That's fine. I mean, better than another compilation. The more I talk about it, the more I feel like it's going to be a compilation. So we'll see what happens.
Well, you make a good point, though, that there's a cartoon coming out soon, and maybe they're going to want to line this. When does that cartoon start?
It's going to be.
When does that cartoon drop?
Going to be 2018. Hello, T.
Can you believe we're freaking living in the future, man?
We are in the future. Elf Taro says, have they actually said they would reveal something? It could also just be them playing old Mega Man games for hours. He says for 1 hour. They make so many bad decisions recently that I sadly can see this as a possibility. Oh, well, I'll try to convince myself there's still some chance for them to get redeemed. Yeah, I mean, it's the 30th anniversary. They got to do something. It's been so long since we've had a real Mega Man game. Please.
When did the last 10 come out?
2010. Almost 8 years.
And, well, was there a Mega Man 8?
No,
there was a Mega Man 10.
I get it, but before that there was a Mega Man 9.
Yeah.
Was there a Mega Man 8?
What do you think?
I don't know. Sometimes they jump around.
There's
Mega
Man.
iPhone. Look at iPhone.
Look at iPhone. There's been Mega
numbers.
Man 1 to 10. Yes. There has been an 8.
What was the time frame between 8 and 9?
8 came out on the PlayStation original.
That's why I don't know. I don't have a PlayStation. So there's
You
a
say
lot.
I don't PlayStation.
I don't have PlayStation.
You have a PlayStation.
Is it 4?
But at the same time, why would they skip to the number 10?
Yes.
Why would they
That's
skip
what I
over
want to know.
8?
Well, I mean, Apple went iPhone
No.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Apple's
6,
not
with the
an
iPhone.
explanation.
7, and then X, which is 10.
Well, we also have Mega Man X, but that doesn't stand for 10.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
Millennials
How about
don't
this?
use Roman
It's not the-
numerals.
How about
They don't
this?
know that it's 10.
How about this? Nintendo, Super Nintendo 64. That was a jump. I don't know. It was stupid for me to ask it. But what the hell was the time? So there was a
I
lot.
told you already.
There was a
Told you
many years
everything.
There was a many year.
Between-
1 hours, many years.
between this so-called Mega Man 8 and Mega Man 9.
You know, I like how you have a phone and you can look it up, but
What
now I
about
gotta look it up.
iPhone?
You don't have to look it up. You're just supposed to
But
know
what
it.
about iPhone?
Numbers jump around.
Capcom's like, well, we heard Apple's making an iPhone 8 and an X. They're skipping 9, so we're gonna start skipping numbers too.
Yeah, there's Mega Man X too. X as well. Doesn't there like X? Mega Man.
I know what you meant.
What about Mega Man X? Was there an XX or something?
No.
Extra large?
No, but Mega Man games do take place in the year 20XX.
Oh, yeah, so
20XX. That's where I'm.
Mega Man 8 came out in 1996.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
1996 to when? When
What does that mean?
When did 9 come out? I want to look at the span.
Here, I'll look up that one too.
1986? 96.
That came out 2008.
So that was a longer time.
Longer.
Yeah, so just
but there were
out.
X games in there.
Don't even get me started.
Don't get me started on the X games.
Maybe that's why I'm confused, because they were like, hey, Mega Man 8 and then X. Why'd they jump from 8 to X? I don't know. You guys are getting on me for asking numbers. They're jumping all around.
X is a different character.
All around.
X is a different character. X is not a number.
First of all.
He's a letter. I get that.
He's a letter. X, he's a letter.
I learned the difference between numbers and letters, although there's Roman numerals. So those give me numbers too. Those letters mean numbers.
That's good. I'm perfectly clear now. I got it. All right. Speaking of X, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 came out.
Segway.
And I did a video review. Yes, me, a video review of an RPG. Can you believe it?
Did you really care in your review?
I mean, how much
you prove that you care?
How much were you able to get through? For that
I've had the copy for a while.
Is there a post up backwards like that?
What?
People look at it backwards?
Look at what backwards?
Your video is backwards. I never noticed that. I think I did notice that a while ago.
I never noticed that. I think I did notice that.
It's backwards.
Yeah, I see that.
It's a selfie. We're taking selfies for an hour and a half.
Anyway.
No, you got George sitting over there and he's backwards over here. I don't know. Feel bad for the guy.
The limes are going to get him one day.
So, Xenoblade 2.
Yes.
Why'd they go to 2? Why didn't they go to like 5 or something? X.
Well, there has been Xenoblade Chronicles and then Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but in between them was Xenoblade Chronicles X. That's true.
Oh my God, I forgot.
I'm the crazy one.
So, RPGs scare me, and every time I saw Xenoblade Chronicles 2 footage, especially in the Nintendo Directs, I was like, wow.
That's a lot of menus.
I don't know what's going on.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into it. T. The image is not reversed for people. It's just
for you.
Yes.
Okay, that was my question.
So I was like, I'm really going to take my time with this because I know I'm not going to understand it.
Wow.
Hopefully the game is going to do a good job easing me in. And it really did. I have to say the tutorial did an excellent job because if you just look at screenshots of the game, especially when battles are going on, there's stuff all over. And I mean, like every corner of the screen, even the top, like half of the screen has all kinds of information on it. It's nuts. But when you actually play it, it's really not that confusing. I was surprised.
Did you play Xenoblade 1?
No. A little bit, but not. I played X, not 1.
So you played Xenoblade Chronicles 10.
Yes. So, yeah, I was really surprised. I was like, wow, this tutorial's actually doing a good job. And it wasn't too wordy. And the key is it wasn't an info dump all at once. Because there's a lot to learn. There's definitely a lot to learn. But the game wasn't like, here's this, that, and the other thing in 20 minutes of tutorials. It gives you little bite-sized pieces, which worked out well because it gives you enough time to learn and understand things, and then they teach you something new. So, the tutorial goes on for the first, number of hours through the game. You could, I don't know, like I would say maybe 8 to 10 hours or maybe 6 to 8 hours. You're getting tutorial stuff.
Into this game?
It's an RPG. You have to play them a lot.
So how much time did you do?
I would have to look. Tens and tens of hours, not hundreds. But I'm still playing it now.
I mean, if you put in 10 tens, you're at 100.
No, I don't know the total of what I put in, but it's a lot. Which is why I've had the review copy for so long because they can't give you an RPG and be like reviews due 2 days later. But I really enjoy the game. Like I'm still playing it now. I'm doing side quests and extra stuff like that. But you know what Xenoblade games offer you. It's a huge world. There's plenty to do and explore and see. It's beautiful to look at. The soundtrack is phenomenal, which is, again, not a surprise because Monolith Soft does some amazing things with their soundtracks. I don't know how they put together so much music, A. and how much of it is like the whole soundtrack is fantastic. I can only think of like 1 or 2 songs that I wouldn't say they're bad. I just don't really care for them. But and then on top of that, areas have day and night themes, so it's 2 different versions of the same song, but they're very different. It's not, you know, just like a little more mellow or something like that. They go different compositions with some of the same tunes in there, and it's just really nice. And I like the story, which is important for RPGs. I don't like every part of this story. There's things I want to talk about with this story that I am not going to talk about now because it's spoiler, obviously. I'm going to wait a few weeks. But there's a few things in the story that happen where I'm like, man, you had something really good going. Why did you do that? Like, why did you make that decision? There's a moment earlier on in particular where I was like, into the moment, and then I did something with it. And I'm like, why? You just took away everything you did. But overall, I do enjoy the story. It's probably not surprising to learn that it's very, I would relate it to an anime. It's because it's, I don't know.
Except everyone's British? Or...
not everyone's British, but
okay.
The majority is British. Yeah, like Rex, the main character, is British. Pyra, your blade, is not British.
Your sword talks to you?
All right, so let me explain it.
Is it possessed by a ghost?
There's drivers and there's blades.
It's a Xenoblade.
So there's drivers and then there's Xenoblades. Drivers are people that have like this ability to harness blades.
Gotcha.
So there's these like stones. And basically what you do is someone touches a stone, and if they have the ability in them to harness a blade, it comes out of the stone. And a blade looks like that girl, Pyra, or a big robot, or like some kind of creature. And they like give you the ability to enhance your fighting prowess. So like Rex fights alongside Pyra and other blades, but Pyra is all about, I don't want to get into too much story. Pyra's all about like fire stuff. So she gives you the ability to do like big like lava attacks and fire bursts and smoke stuff and all that. But people who go to find out if they're a driver and touch the stone and aren't a driver, they get hurt, like they get knocked out. And I don't want to get more into it, but so Rex is a driver, and for example, there's another guy in the game who's not a driver. He tried to become a driver and couldn't, so he makes like a robot, and he's like, this is the first like robot driver. So he has like a pretend driver that he brings around with him because he's lame.
So when you fight, you're just pointing your finger and here, go fight that.
No, you're actually out there doing the fighting. Like Rex has a sword. And Pyra's out there
a sword,
with you.
But not a blade.
Right, because blades are stone.
That's right.
Okay.
So between your 2 characters is a like,
Rex is a driver.
Yes.
And wields a sword.
Yes.
But can also harness blades.
Yes.
I mean, word-wise, I get it, but mentally, I'm lost.
Thank you for saving that. So, the way to strengthen your attacks is through the bond with your blade. So on the field, like on the battlefield, you actually see like a tether between the 2 of you. It's not like a physical rope or anything, but you see like basically it's like a laser between the 2 of you. And that's your bond. That's the representation of your bond with your blade. And if you stay closer to them both mentally and physically, your bond is stronger on the battlefield, so you can do more damage. And the longer you stay with them, the color of it will change to gold, which means like you guys are really in sync and you can do all kinds of special moves and stuff.
So it's like Pacific Rim, you and your tether.
Yes, kind of like that.
Except that's both people, because that's more realistic.
And the other thing is like Rex can have multiple blades. He doesn't have to stay with just Pyra. Well, they're all random, so I don't know. The only one maybe everybody gets the first one outside of Pyra.
You're not with the same blade the whole game?
You're with Pyra.
Pyra.
Pyra is the blade you first meet, but she's a very special blade called an Aegis. So she's crucial to the story, and I don't want to ruin those plot points. But yes, basically it's kind of like Pokemon. You'll pick up other blades along the way. And they're random. They randomly come out. So like the Xenoblade Chronicles 2 Twitter account for the last like month and a half has been showing blades that you can get. Just randomly you get them. And there's all different. The cool thing is they had all different designers come in and make the blades. So it's not the same artists making these blades. It's different art styles and different characteristics and different designs from all different artists, which is really cool. And I'm probably mistaken, but I think the guy who does Kingdom Hearts made one of them. Nomura, I think that's his name. I don't know. But I just like that aspect that you get all different. Roth wants me to remind everybody that, hello, Turquoise. Roth wants me to remind everybody that there's boob physics. Yeah, that's something I didn't say in my review because I didn't want to draw attention to it, and I didn't want to like have people get on my ass about it, but we're on the podcast here, so I'll talk to you guys about it. Pyra's boobs are so out of control when it comes to size. It is the first time in a video game I have been distracted by boobs. Like, actually was like,
really,
that's
the first time?
No, I swear to God, I was watching it and I'm like, that's too much. I'm not talking about the physics, but just the size of them. I was like, all right, like, I watch anime and this is too much for me. But yeah, I mean, it's a point.
Here's an example. So these are drivers and these are blades. So blades look like people.
They can. Not all of them, though. Let me see what you're looking at.
Some of them are cat people or wolf people?
All right, yeah. Well, yes, there's different races of characters,
okay.
But let me see who they have with Pyra.
I mean, there's a bunch more. Oh, I just changed.
Oh, yeah. All right. So the one in the front is the robot one.
Wait, I just changed.
Yeah.
Well, it's actually the same people, just different language.
The one in the front is the robot one. That's the fake one made by this little stupid guy. This is Poppy. So that's not a real blade. That's the robotic blade. This, I forget his name. Someone with a G. He's with this girl. And that's Rex and that's Pyra.
Okay.
And then, yeah, if you go to the Twitter account, you'll see a whole bunch of blades.
So blades are people, but they're also stones? Or
I mean, they look
Starts
like,
as a
they
stone.
don't all look like people.
The driver picks up the stone.
They can look like anything.
Gotcha.
Like Pyra looks like a person. I have another one that's like this big, like, kind of robotish looking guy with like he's got like a helmet on.
Hello,
Yeah,
nice.
Let me see. See, I can't talk about. I can talk about the middle part, but nothing else. David says my wife said the same thing too, talking about Pyra. Yeah, it's over the top. Well, holy moly, we're real late. I gotta go.
Yeah, sorry, we kind of got off track.
Oh no, I mean we're supposed to talk about Nintendo stuff here. So,
Yeah.
all right, available this week in North America: Xenoblade Chronicles 2. 9 Parchments. It's coming on December 5th. Again, that's the Gauntlet-like game. I haven't played it yet. There is a demo available. And that's made by Frozen Byte, which has made games like Trine and Has Been Heroes. There's an update for Fire Emblem Heroes. All right, Opus, The Day We Found Earth is on the Switch. I'm interested in that game. I don't know enough about it. I know Nintendo Don has some stuff on his YouTube channel, which I need to check out. Arcade Archives Traverse USA is on Switch. Serial Cleaner is on Switch. Caveman Warriors is on Switch as of December 5th. World Heroes is on Switch. That's the classic Neo Geo game. Siberia 2 is on Switch. Mujo or Muho is on Switch, which is a really crappy mobile game. Star Ghost is on Switch. Draw a Stickman Epic 2 is on Wii U. Battle Load Runner and Bomberman 93 are on the Wii U Virtual Console. Even though we're pressed for time.
Oh, what if that was part of the Mega Man?
Mega Man
Virtual Console stuff for the Switch.
Yeah, more re-releases. Guy Bone says I still don't believe it. Xenoblade is probably going to get delayed to next year. Nope, it happened. It made it out. They did it. Europe, what did Europe get?
I don't know. You tell me.
I will tell you.
Xenoblade
Chronicles 2, Resident Evil Revelations and Resident Evil Revelations 2, Lego Marvel's Superheroes 2, Super Beat Sonic X is on. These are all Switch. Gear Club Unlimited. World Heroes, Arcade Archives, Traverse USA, Acorn Tactics, Mujo, and Opus, The Day We Found Earth. Star Ghost is on Switch as well. Serial Cleaner, Siberia 2, That's all Switch stuff there. Then a whole bunch of DLC. 3DS is getting 80s Overdrive. That's finally coming out. It's been in development for a long time. It's a Outrun style game for 3DS, but it's like all 80s style, like neon colors and all that jazz. Vaporwave music. 3DS Theme Shop got Xmas with Baby JC. I don't know what any of that means.
Jesus Christ. With Baby Jesus Christ.
Jurassic Cubs on the snow. Nunzi and Bronto on ice. And the JC 3-pack. Wii U got Break-In, the TurboGrafx 16 game, as well as Power Golf, the TurboGrafx 16 game. There's all your digital releases. Come on now. First comment comes from Steel Diver, and he says, what a good week. Well, except that I'm buying 2 copies of Xenoblade just to get the normal case. Planning on getting Resident Evil Collection soon. Bummer they didn't use a 32 gig card, but then it probably wouldn't have been $60. Then it probably would have been $60. Yes, you are probably right about that. Natalia, the Sluice. There's a rumor of a Nintendo Direct in February, or in January, I'm sorry. Which is not a surprise. Nintendo said we're going to have to wait until next year to hear more on what they're doing for next year. So, yeah, I would say January is probably very likely. And also, this information of a rumored Nintendo Direct comes from an EA document, which talks about Faye, or Fee, I guess it's Faye, which is coming to the Switch. And that's supposedly due out February 18th. Man, am I excited for Faye. It looks really awesome. It's something very different for the developer. It's at the top of my list of most wanted eShop games, without a doubt. Faye looks awesome to me. It's a very unique art style, and it's got like a singing mechanic to it. Just looks really cool. Don't skip that one. Go watch some trailers and see what you think. It's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I'm down for it.
What is this other game?
First comment comes from what?
A Way Out.
That's not Switch. BPM has a top-rated comment that says, reward EA for publishing good games, like Faye. At least it looks pretty good from what I've seen. Punish them, saying don't buy, for bad games, Battlefront 2, or bad practices, like microtransactions. Companies follow where the money is. If they see more money coming from games like this, they'll focus more on that. Yeah, Faye doesn't have a shot in hell at selling anywhere near as Battlefield, unfortunately. Super Mario Run, according to Google, was the top downloaded new game of 2017 on their Google Play Store, which is not really a surprise, but let me break it down for you. Super Mario Run was number 1. Bubble Witch Saga 3 was number 2. Magic Tiles 3 was number 3. Cats Crash Arena Turbo Stars was number 4. And Balls was number 5. I have no idea what Balls is.
Cotton balls.
I like that they say it's an adorable platformer, 3D platformer.
What? Faye?
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily, like, would you say it's adorable, or would you think it's like moody and beautiful? I don't know.
I would not say adorable. I agree with you on that. Today we found out that Yoshiaki Koizumi, Nintendo's Yoshiaki Koizumi, has made Bloomberg's top 50 most influential people of 2017 list. That's a really big deal. So they talk about the Switch and how it's selling so well, and all the great games that came out this year that Nintendo really knocked out of the park, like Breath of the Wild. And how their fortunes have really turned around, and they say, it represents a stunning success for Koizumi, who took over as Nintendo's creative force in 2014. So, yeah, Koizumi is definitely front and center when it comes to the world.
I also feel like he's very loud.
I just started thinking that too.
Okay.
I'm loud so people can hear me.
It just feels
He's projecting.
really loud. I hope that everyone hears you.
His volume goes up to 11.
PC
14,
says
maybe.
Koizumi is a brilliant guy who deserves every ounce of respect he gets.
PC like this
Definitely worthy of taking on one of the most heady roles in the history of gaming.
Oh, come on, let's...
Being the successor of the legendary Shigeru
Does anyone else
Miyamoto.
think he's way too quiet?
You're being too quiet. No one can hear you.
And then finally we heard that Capcom was considering making Amiibo for Resident Evil Revelations. Apparently they got to the phase where they were making 3D models, and then they just didn't do it. And they said that's because of various circumstances, whatever the hell that means.
It's too difficult to have an Amiibo sluice.
That's right. Oh, man, now I want it. Their director on Resident Evil Revelations said that he still has interest in making the Amiibo. I don't know what the hell he'd make them for. Obviously, it would have to be another Resident Evil game, so I don't know. David Garcia says, speak up! Hello, Joey. Hello, Retro Az. So there you go. That's, well, you know, let me read a comment because that's what I do. Steel Diver says too busy not bringing Monster Hunter Double Cross. They couldn't possibly do something else that's easy money. Boom. Yeah, you got it,
It's
my
Monster
friend.
Hunter XX.
Monster Hunter Double Cross.
XX. 2 X's.
Double Cross, it's called.
Okay.
Yeah, I would call it XX. Yes, double X.
I mean, they had Monster
X.
Hunter Tri,
They sure did.
and then Monster Hunter Double Cross, so that's going from 3 back to 2. But if you're talking about X's, then it went from 3 to 20.
Yeah.
What?
What? All right, that's your stories. Kirby, what have you been playing?
I think all I played this week was
Worms.
it was when we played Worms with Nikki Hill,
Worms.
and that was like I said, that was my first time playing the game. I do remember watching you play like years and years ago.
Yes, so you knew of Worms, you
Yes.
just has never played Worms, but now that has changed.
Yes, and it took me a while to get the hang of playing the game and not blowing myself up. Because you need to be like very precise when it comes to like aiming your bazooka or dropping dynamite.
Yes, it is a
Alright.
game of precision,
You gotta
and there
be
is a lot to
careful
learn.
where you aim that worm.
But yeah, I had fun.
Nikki Hill?
I too played Worms here, and then I downloaded it myself after
nice.
purchasing it.
Oh,
and
did
I
you?
played Worms at my home.
Why didn't you tell me?
You guys can play.
I figured you would be sending another text message to talk about playing it together. I guess am I the only one that? Am I the only other schmuck that downloaded the game?
No. Vitamin G has it.
Okay. So we're
But you, in the last text thing, you said
I said,
you
what did I
bad
say?
Wi-Fi.
I said Wi-Fi's back up.
Oh, yes, I read that. I didn't know that meant you were going to buy it. I wish I knew. We were playing last night. We
Yeah, I
could've
bought
played.
it. And the problem is I have to play on your schedule, which is Frankenstein hours. I'm not.
It was like 9 o'clock.
Oh, too late.
That's bedtime.
Then, yeah. So I've been doing the tutorial, which it takes a lot longer for me than
No, the
playthrough
tutorial's
to get
long.
a hold of. No, he was saying it took him a while to get a handle on things.
Yeah.
To get the hang of it, not blowing himself up. I blow myself up constantly, and some of those tutorial things, they're pretty tough. Like it's pretty narrow room margin for error. But I played that a little bit, only because I spent most of my time playing Rhyme, and I finished it.
Oh,
Great
congratulations.
job.
And I got through some area. Well,
Would you say Rhyme is worth your time?
Would you say Rhyme has a reason?
I'm really torn on it. I really like the game. I will go ahead and say that there are sections of it that are beautiful. There are sections of it that it was funny. So you get to different areas, and little Rhyme says different things when you push the button. I'm assuming his name is Rhyme.
Sure, yeah.
And I got to a section, and I was looking around, and I was like, "Wow, this place is incredible." And I pressed the X button, and he goes, "Wow." I was like, "Man, he says what I'm thinking."
Wow.
Wow. I really enjoyed it. I really like the music. I think they captured some incredible mood. I am blown away at the rain mechanics, or just the way the rain looks is actually amazing. The way
The whole last part of the game
Well,
is in the
spoiler
rain,
alert.
right?
Spoiler alert.
Rain.
There's rain in the last part of the game.
But it's all rain, and the ground, and the way like the drops are hitting the ground. I don't know, something about it. The animations are amazing, and it makes me confused as to why the game chugs so much when there's like a couple of other beings on the screen. That's the hardest thing. I really like the game. The story, I know you were saying it's like it doesn't know what it wants to be. Did you say that? It's kind of like it's a Zelda. It's a journey.
I was likening it to those games.
I see a lot of comparisons online where people compare it to Journey, but it's not. It's a very different experience than Journey.
Yes, it is.
But the kid has a scarf.
The kid's got a red
Ryan
scarf.
has a scarf.
Ryan, yes, he wears a red scarf. Period.
Yeah.
Journey. But
I think what people really mean is
the story
you're
of it,
exploring and there's no combat.
there's no well, I mean, there kind of is. Yes. I was also reminded while playing it of Lost in Shadow
Yes.
and Fragile, because you're just going through life alone without well, that game had a combat, but it was shitty.
Whoa.
Shovelly.
Yeah, I wonder, was that re-released on anything? I think it was in Japan and not
Fragile?
here.
Fragile
Yeah.
was? Oh, I didn't know that.
I mean, did they change anything about it? I remember finishing that game and feeling like I accomplished something, and then like I don't necessarily need to replay this ever, you know.
Fragile?
I also remember I missed like one cat, and I was like, I can't go back for it. I can't go back and play that game. So with Rhyme, remember I told you the first time I played it, I think my internet was crappy then, so it didn't record how long I played it for. But so the first time I played it, I wasn't collecting things because I thought I was pressing a button.
Yes.
You know, I pressed all the buttons and nothing worked. I went back through. Even though I started a new game, it kept what I've already recorded
Okay.
or saved. So now I can go back and play previous levels and only have to collect what I need.
Yeah.
So that's kind of an interesting thing. Like if you want people to play for the full experience, you have to delete all those things, I guess, or like remove your game save system, your system save.
Make a new profile.
I guess that'll do.
Rather than deleting everything.
But no, I really enjoyed it. There were definitely times that I was just really into like the set design is amazing. It's really beautiful. I also like it. It totally caught me off guard, but there were a couple moments where it was like you go into a door, you trigger a lock, and then the door behind you that you just came through opens and you're in a different place. I was like, what? Actually, that was I'll tell you that later. But the biggest thing that blew me away was going into another section of the game. But
what about music? Music's good.
No, I really enjoyed the music. I like that he sings the little parts of it.
Yes.
At times.
Yeah, it's got a lot of elements that are very enjoyable and impressive. It's just I don't know, all together.
If it didn't,
I wanted more.
If it didn't
from it
lag like that or like chug as bad as it does, I would really say it's a great game.
You should play on PS4 and see what you think. Like I said, it still chugs, just not as bad.
Yeah. It's just
the fact that it still chugs on PS4 shows that they're
upsetting?
not really optimizing things.
You know what really is upsetting?
What is really upsetting?
I'll tell you. It hung up during the credits.
Did it really?
Yeah. Like in my opinion, that's a problem.
Boy, ruined that moment.
So here's what I realized. I don't know how many other games are done with the Unreal Engine, but whatever that company was what?
Lots of them.
Oh, because I just remember a lot of companies being like, we can't run Unreal on this system. We can't run Unreal on like the Wii U or the Switch. Guess what? You can't. It chugs.
No, you definitely can. There's plenty of other games that do. It's just that Tequila Works didn't optimize it as best as possible. Like I said, there are moments on PS4 where it chugs and hangs up, which should not happen. Right. So,
yeah, but if you look at all of like Telltale games, those games chug, and you think, well,
yeah,
that's.
Well, see, at least they're consistent because they chug across all platforms. Is that it?
Yeah.
Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Pocket Camp.
How's it going?
It's going well. Presently.
Are you enjoying the Xmas festivities?
Well, you took the words right out of my mouth, so thank you.
She mad.
You didn't say anything about them.
Somebody's sleeping on the couch.
I was going to talk about it.
Go ahead.
He sleeps on the couch every night.
So, I've been playing Pocket Camp. What do I have presently? So now you can get candy canes from your little friends.
Are they called candy canes in the game?
They might be. And those candy canes help you to purchase, well,
Oh, instead
kind
of the leaves?
purchase. Yeah.
What are those leaves called?
You mean bells? The money?
I think he's on leaf tickets.
Oh.
Leaf tickets.
Well, leaf tickets you still need for a lot of things.
Okay.
But the candy canes you use to craft special holiday items.
So you're getting bells and candy canes.
Yeah. So you have to use the bells to purchase them, but you have to have enough candy canes to craft them. So
This gets deep.
I have to look and see what they're at. I think they're just called.
It's always bells. It's always been bells.
Yeah.
So that's not a holiday thing.
No.
Right.
Bells. Could you imagine if that was our currency?
Bells.
Yeah.
So
What's that
I'll find
conversion
out.
rate?
So I'm
What are you looking up?
what they're called, like what they call them in the game.
Candy canes? Don't worry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
asked-
candy
I
canes.
Okay.
You get
Glad
candy
we-
canes as a bonus
glad
when you
we
fill a
cleared that up.
request. You craft holiday clothing and furniture. So right now I'm just decorating my pad with some holiday.
Are you going to tell us what? God, I want to know what items.
I have a bed, a rug, a pile of gifts, a couch, and a cake.
Wait, all of these are Christmas themed?
Yeah, look.
Spoiler alert.
Whoa.
Got some friends.
Is that the
visiting.
That's the outside of your house.
You know,
You're
it's
in
a
a camp.
campsite. So that's what it looks like. You can go inside your
Pocket camp.
camper.
Yeah, but you still stay inside your tent.
You
Your
don't
couch,
really
man.
go in your
What if
tent.
it rains?
You can go in your camper.
Does it not rain here?
There's a camper. She told you.
It hasn't rained yet. If it does, this is just the first floor of my camper.
So you're still enjoying your time in Pocket Camp?
I am.
That's cute.
That's
Thanks.
great.
I'm enjoying myself, having a good time. It's a little bit repetitive. Like there's really not a whole lot of variety here. It's like you go do an errand for this one 3 times, an errand for this one 3 times, and like the people move where they are, and sometimes there's new people coming in, so that changes a little, but you're still doing exactly the same thing, and then you craft stuff. So it's not like the most in-depth game or like engaging. It's just like kind of.
What was a regular one?
I mean,
What was a regular
It was
one?
kind of the same stuff, but like the nice thing would be like it kind of felt sort of like, can you go talk to this person and get this, and then I needed this, and if I feel I like your house, I don't know. It
I
was
don't know what you're saying. I can't help.
Have you been? Have there been a lot of time-sensitive things like to
there's
show up at like 9 o'clock in
No.
the morning or something?
nothing based on like keeping a schedule, but there's like timed offers and challenges. So like, things are only available for a certain amount of
Right.
time, or however many days. Like the Christmas stuff will go away.
Did you have it for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Was there a feast day or something? A feast in there?
Mm.
Turkey,
I had it for
turkey,
Thanksgiving, didn't I? Yeah.
turkey gobbled over past your
Oh.
your pad, your tent, your campground.
Are you two done?
Maybe not.
What the hell's going on?
I just wanted to know if there was a Thanksgiving element to
Any
it.
kind of festivities.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Here's the game. That's what it was.
It was a lot of fun. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's stupid fun.
Hopefully you don't have a grump hanging out at your
Yeah, no
campsite.
kidding. Ruining my feast. Farting on my face.
Thank you, Mom Brain.
Oh, really? The pleasure was all mine.
So
Sasses.
I was playing Xenoblade for the review, obviously.
All right, then we're done. Next section.
And the only other thing I played was just last night. I finally had the chance to play.
Why? Worms.
What?
You played Worms.
Yes, I played Worms. That's true.
Talk
Just
about
last night, I played Worms. And for the first time, I had a chance to play
Online.
Mantis Burn Racing.
The hell is that?
So, Mantis Burn Racing is top down. It's kind of like Micro Machines in that style of
Oh.
game.
This is one that you said is like RC
Yes.
Pro-
Yes.
Pro
Am.
Pro Am.
Yes. And but it's realistic looking. So I was playing that last night with R-Type, and it's a lot of fun. It's really cool. It's very focused on drifting, But just like the whole perspective, the way the camera is, it's kind of like RC Pro-Am or Micro Machines or one of those, but it's different too. Yes,
Oh, that
can I
was
have that
connected.
back?
That was so connected.
So we really enjoyed it, and they do a lot of variety with the races. There's just like single lap races and multi-lap races and knockout challenges and time challenges and backwards races and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's very cool. It's arcadey, obviously, but I like that. So hello, Eric. Eric says, I'm so late. I'm an hour behind. Found this YouTube channel from watching Egg Busters. Well, hello. We talked about Egg Busters earlier today.
Don't you hate that? What's his name? Austin guy?
Name of Austin. Oh!
He's so dry with
All
his
right.
humor.
We're way behind, so we got to get going. Here's your question.
Kidding, I don't hate you, Austin.
This comes from Blake. Blake says, hi. Appreciate the content. Don't want to waste your time reading a massive text wall, though. So, number one, what has been your game of choice in each Pokemon generation so far?
Quick question.
I don't really I'm not into Pokemon, but I'm not super into it. So like I have back when it was Red and Blue, I was a Red owner, and I was Team Red without a doubt. But after that, I didn't really care.
Why Team Red? Was that where Pikachu was?
No. Red because it had Charizard on it. I liked Charizard. That's all I got for you.
So is Pikachu a Team Blue?
He's both.
He's both?
Yeah.
Whoa. Plays both sides.
Whoa. Number two. What do you base your choice of starter on?
This is still Pokemon related?
Yes.
Yeah, sorry.
What do I base it on? I don't know. I think I kind of go with the one that I feel people won't show a lot of love to. Like in the original, I went with Bulbasaur because I felt like a lot of people weren't going to go with him. I thought they'd go with the quote-unquote cooler-looking ones. So, although I went with Litten most recently, and, Litten's undeniably cool. So, I don't know, just whatever I feel connection with. Whatever I feel connection with. Number three, Mom Brain, this is for you. What's your tactic for farting stealthily?
Spread your cheeks.
And bury it in the couch.
Yes, all couches.
Never leather.
Find a couch. Yeah, make sure
Find a non-leather couch.
Spread your cheeks and sit down.
Get really in there.
I remember in grade school trying to convince everyone that I leaned over and it was like this chair slid out because it was a loud one.
It's a big chair.
Blame it on the dog. That's the.
Thanks for your question, Blake. If you want to send us questions, you can send them to GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. That's GoNintendoQuestions@gmail.com. All right, let's do some music trivia.
About farting stealthily. It's about having a quick scapegoat.
It's about being able to blame it on someone.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'm ready. I'm always ready. Just shut up and leave me alone.
But quick. You gotta be quick.
All right.
You did it. That's a Drew Michaels. I got music. You want to hear it? You want to hear it? Where did that come from?
Our first song tonight, tonight, comes from our friend. This is Sinfield 99.
Yes, it's definitely Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
Sonic Blast Man.
That's what I was going to guess.
SWAT.
No.
Samurai Pizza Cats.
No.
Is it licensed?
I don't know.
Sports, the game.
No.
I don't know Super Nintendo.
I don't know this.
It's a Pokemon game.
All right, we got nothing. Not on Super Nintendo.
This is Top Gear 2.
Oh, no.
Bummer, guys.
Sports related.
Okay. Next song comes from Andy the Zombie.
Also Super Nintendo. What? N64?
Yeah.
God damn N64. All right, what is this? A sports game?
No.
Top Gear 3. Top Gear 10.
Man, we've been doing so well with music now, and today is going to end that.
Sounds tropical.
First party? No?
Yep.
Yes.
Pilot Wings.
First party, and it's not sports. My Wings was on a 64, yeah.
Wave Race.
Mm-mm.
Mario Party. Mario Party.
Yep, Mario Party.
Good.
Okay.
Well, now I watched Conan O'Brien, and he did a joke about the Super Mario cereal, and he says Mario like me.
This one comes from Mr. Crafty.
Oh, well, that's an easy one.
Sounds familiar.
This is Super Mario Brothers 3.
Yep.
I want to say it's Big World.
Giant Land.
Wow. A long time since I've seen or heard this.
I remember thinking this was so cool.
Giant Land?
Yeah.
Yes. Very cool.
All right. That was from Mr. Crafty. This one comes from Jet Jaguar.
Focus all attacks. Super Mario RPG?
Nope.
It's a Mario game. It's an RPG.
It's an RPG.
It's
Yes.
oh, very good.
Kingdom Hearts 358.
Big Kingdom Hearts fan, huh, Nikki Hill?
Huge.
This one comes from Canadian Rambo.
Love all the hearts.
Oh, this is Crystal Chronicles.
Yep.
I don't need to hear any more, but I want to.
What is it, the final boss song? Because I don't recognize
Yeah,
it.
we don't recognize it. So.
I don't remember what part it's from, but I know it. It's such a great song.
Kind of sounds like a training montage for an 80s movie.
Wait, you're gonna not think that in a second.
It sounds like it's going to kick into it. So you can have a Crystal Chronicles style game with switches now.
Yeah, it'd be perfect.
Except one person has to be docked, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Bomb.
Getting into the song.
All right. This next one comes from Firecrackers.
All right, poor quality. So GBA.
I think so.
Oh,
Cat Trap. Cat.
Nope.
well, I think this is all we're getting out of this song.
Mole Mania.
Game Boy.
Nope.
Whoa. Well, we don't know the other one.
That was Super Mario Advance.
Oh, no.
This one comes from Glitter Bubble 3.
Something Kung Fu related.
I don't know.
Something karate related.
It could be.
Something ninja related.
I mean, it could be. I don't know. The title doesn't say that, but
It's NES.
yeah.
So it's got a weird name.
It's a great name.
Is it?
Probably not.
What was that game about ninjas? It was like something Black Manta.
No.
No?
Wrath of the Black Manta?
Yeah, that sounds right.
I don't know.
Is it something Brothers?
Uh-huh.
Ah, damn it! I knew it.
Well, Bros.
Kung Fu Bros?
No, that's what I always think of, and that's not it.
Karate Bros.
It's something that makes no sense. Right? It doesn't make any sense.
Really?
Yeah. God damn it.
Sister Bros.
No.
Ravioli Bros.
Snow Bros.
Yep.
Snow Bros.
Hey, nice job.
Snow Bros.
Nick
Looking
and
it up.
Tom.
Right? It doesn't make any sense.
Are they made of snow?
Yeah, they're snowmen, I think.
Okay.
Really?
This next one comes from Mario Mania.
I don't know about that. Church, the movie, the game, the life story.
Castlevania.
No.
All right, so music like this, you always think RPG.
These Snow Bros are awesome.
I think it's a platformer, actually.
Vex,
No. I think. I don't know.
Rayman,
No.
Clonoa.
No. You did play it. I know you
What
did.
system?
Wii.
Platformer on Wii.
I think it's.
Oh, now that's all I'm going to think of.
Alright, don't.
I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I told you they're weird. I played this.
Yeah.
It's a blob. It's not a platformer. Or it kind of is.
Was it on the Wii?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like I should say Lost in Shadow because I saw
Dewey's Adventure.
No.
Go ahead. I don't know.
A Buena's Blob.
Oh,
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Next song comes from Mikey3319.
Wow. Okay, I feel like we're in Konami territory.
Taito.
Oh. Is it a... Yeah, that's a tough one. Licensed? No, Taito didn't do licensed. It might be. What does that mean? All right, what does this sound like? Or what does it feel like? It feels like, to me, it feels like a beat 'em up or a space game.
I don't think it's space.
Oh, so maybe beat 'em up. Bayou Billy.
No.
That's not. Yeah. Taito. I can't like place anything Taito. Go ahead, I don't know.
Power Blade.
But I never got it.
Of course.
Last song comes from Regnilla, and I believe this is Regnilla's first time.
Thanks, Regnilla.
Welcome to the team. Whoa, Regzilla. And his last time with volume like that. It's not your fault,
Regnilla.
Regnilla.
I thought you said it as a joke the
I don't
first
know.
time. I don't know. What system is this?
DS.
Oh, yeah. Wario, that's
Yeah.
Master Disguise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn.
All right, so
It was okay.
you didn't get Power Blade, you didn't get a Buena's Blob, you didn't get Super Mario Advance.
And I can't remember Regnilla.
Did you get Top Gear 2?
No.
So you got a 60.
That's better than I thought.
60 out of
Yeah,
10.
it felt like
Good.
60 out of 10. Yeah, I felt like we were going for lower than that. So I'll take it. I'll take it. No, it's a decent week.
My expectations were so low.
Yeah, I thought we missed one.
All right, that's our show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
I almost clicked the wrong button.
Can I play a song for Mom
Delete
Brain?
podcast.
I don't know. This is probably something you've
Call
heard.
my mom first.
Okay.
Tell her we said hi.
Don't you tell her anything. Not for me, damn
Does she
it.
know this?
What? What?
This is old, but I feel like Mom Brain, even if she's heard it, it's the most beautiful fart in the world.
I don't know.
I'll play it for you.
That's it?
No. And then they slow it down, and then they play it along with other instruments.
It's pretty beautiful. Where did you find out about this?
Facebook. Everything comes off of Facebook.
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I fart jokes are hit or miss with me, but that's pretty good. Bravo. That's pretty good.
They did a good job. Musical toots.
Sarah says, thanks to all of us for a great show.
Thank you for tuning in.
Oh, I forgot to say where you send your music to. Well, you know where you send your music to.
GoNintendoMusic.com.
Nope, that's not even an email address.
GoNintendo Music.
Nope. gnpodcastmusic@gmail.com.
A long time.
That's where you send it. I'd buy that for $1. Says great wind section. He's right. I got something in my history.
Oh.
It's not fart related.
Nope, don't want to hear it then.
No deal.
Let me find it.
I got fart tunes. You want to hear it?
Kirby, I was playing it for your brother last night, and he was laughing quite a bit.
Somebody can fart the Star Wars Imperial March. It says here. I'll watch that. Oh, he's dropping his drawers.
Oh no, we have to see that.
So this is not real.
Yeah, that's not. Oh yeah, so Kevin, that video you took of Reed, was he talking to you or the TV?
He was talking to me because he saw that I was recording a video, but he had no idea what I was doing. All right.
What were you guys playing there? That card game?
Yeah. Play that song again. Which one, man? The one that goes. No, man, you're thinking of. Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could play that song again. Which one, man? The one that goes. No, man, you're thinking of. Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could play that song again. Which one, man? The one that goes. No, man, you're thinking of.
There is a reason why I'm playing this on the show, and then we're going to end. There is a video game song.
Yes, hello. I was wondering if you could play that song again. Which one, man? The one that goes. No, man, you're thinking of. Yes, hello.
Goes on for a while. All right, guys, that's the after show. Thanks for joining us. Go play some games, have some fun this week, and go play some Xenoblade. Damn it! We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.